Welcome to the Totally Awesome Fishing Show. We often get asked here on the emails, what do we think the hardest fighting fish is?
Personally, I'd probably say in freshwater, UK freshwater scene, I'd say the barbel's probably pound for pound.
Barbel is really strong, and I love them, as you guys know. But what about the catfish? I think if you tied a catfish and a carp end to end, that catfish would drag the carp all over the place. Here's some footage. I went on my own fishing a little pool called Finch Farm. There's a couple of little lakes there. Doubtless you've seen the other films there. And the other place we went to?
The River Ebro in sunny Spain.
Sunny. You've got to love that, haven't you? Well, first off, this was in the summer, obviously in the UK.
Yeah.
And you can see I'm fishing over the back there. But a lot of these little pools around here, people don't know, around the points here, and around the edges, there's a chance of catfish. Now listen, what I know about catfish really could be written on a postage stamp. But where would you say, around the lilies?
I'd say, yeah, the features, looking for the features. So the edge of these lily beds here, definitely off the edge of that's a small island, wasn't it, there, off the edge of that island?
Well, the few times I've been catfishing in the UK, luckily I've been quite successful. But on a hard fish water, I know a lot of guys use the bait runner tactics, but I like to fish with it's fixed, it's on strike drag, and I use these bottle tops for my bobbins. That's all you need. In fact, you know, you could do without buzzers if you're sitting there watching them, because I'm only doing short afternoon sessions, and I just tighten these little bottle tops up. They clip on the line. They're not too heavy, because some of these catfish can be, well, pretty touchy. I mean, you've had a good catfish there as well, and it's really sort of what we call hit and hold. Well, the rain shut down, but I've been catapulting some bits of crust because I've seen the rushes been bumping like this. I'm not sure if the catfish go around the edge of the island or a carp. Now, every time I look up, one of those bits of crust have gone. I haven't seen much action, so they must be really spooky just nipping at it. I've just seen a mouth come up and take a piece of crust, so I might be able to salvage something yet from a really pretty disastrous weather day. I might just change one of these rods over and try a piece of floating crust and just see if I can catch you guys a carp. Well, it looks like the heavens are about to open. I've got some bits of bread. I'm going to chuck it right up against the rushes on the far side. Literally in amongst the rushes. Bring the camera down there for you. I may have to come back because it's about to have an immense downpour. I'm just going to flick some bits up like this. Break up 3 or 4 pieces. There's a fish over there I can see. And a fish here. It's all got to go in. Well, all except the camera anyway. It's all got to go in. There we go. Okay, for bread crust, I just like to pinch a little base around the eye of the hook to hold it on there. You can make it a little bit heavier by dapping it on the water once, but when you're fishing close like this, look, I'm going to go, just get it wet once, it gives me a bit of extra weight, and drop it right absolutely in the edge of the rushes. I mean, you can get them out in the open water, but generally I find on commercial waters, you know, they're going to be pressured and you've got to get in almost to where they live. You're basically going through the back door, through their letterbox, and putting it right in their face. Well, after that success, I couldn't resist. That's right, not catfishing. I'm going carping again. Right in by the edge of that bush. You can see the overhanging bush to the right of my rod there. A classic spot for carp. There's one actually moved. You can actually see the ripple. There's my hook up. Wham. Wham bam, thank you ma'am is the saying. And if you get side strain, lay the rod over to the left, and I'm walking just slowly away from that snag. If I stayed there, what I want to do is try and get a different angle and try and pull it away from the snag in an opposite direction. Now, I appreciate you can't always do that with swims, but this one I could, and get the fish out of the way and into that net.
It's back! It's coming through the brolly now. I've got to shout, it's so bad. Now I'm really getting soaked. Cameras, everything. Not good news, guys. It's like we're done for the day, I think. Everywhere. Who sold me this umbrella?
Well, obviously I went back and sat down when I thought the rain had gone through, and there we go, that bend in the rod will tell you, and the spool spinning line out, it's not a carp, it is indeed a catfish, and it wasn't a small one either. I had done a bit of carping, and to be honest, I probably could have sat there and catfished as well, but I get bored really easy. I really do get bored quickly. And what I'd done is I'd thrown some ground bait with fish oil in it, and I figured it would take at least an hour for the small fish to nibble that away, and it gave me a chance to go and catch a couple of carp. Now what I'm doing here is that fish is barreling away on the other side of the island. Now don't try, if you get a big fish, to pull it towards you. Do the same as I did with that carp. Change the angle that you're fighting that fish from, and try and get it away from any potential snag. Because you can see this one absolutely buries. Now I'm running the other way. I'm trying to get it out of the rushes on the right, because these catfish, the owner there, Mick, was telling me, they live right in amongst those rushes. So obviously if you hook them near the rushes, it's what we call hit and hold tactics. You've got to pile that pressure on as much as the rod will take. Do not use light line really. You want, I guess, probably 15 pound minimum, and I've got the pressure on and it's still stripping me out there. And that's 20 pound line, that black stuff is 20 pound line. So a great fighting fish. That's why I think that catfish is, well, it may well be Britain's hardest fighting fish. But hey guys, I love barbel. At the end of the day, however big this fish is, let's say, oh my God, it really is big, it's huge. Let's say you had a barbel this size, what sort of fight would that give me? Just look at the size of that mouth. I mean, he is going to take anything he wants down there. You can see the crushing pads down the back of his throat, and look where he's nicked, just on the edge. Ideal hooking point, and that's why I sit by the rods and I strike as soon as that bobbin goes up. I don't let them run with it at all, and that way you shouldn't get any deep hook fish. Enables you to get that hook out dead easy, pair of forceps, or just pull it out with your fingers. Job done. Away we go. The word is, I'm really pissed because I've actually got Mike's scales here. I checked the batteries and it's not having it at all. It's telling me it's time to fry an egg, or it's Friday the 3rd or something. What a nightmare. I can't weigh the goddamn fish. It's huge. You guys tell me. I think it's every bit the other side of £30. If it'll stand still, if it lays still. Come on, babe. I've got them tangled up in the net. They're so slippery. But all that rain, I'm soaking wet as well. Come on, babe, I only want to show you to the camera. There we go, people. That, I think, you'll find is a really tasty looking catfish. It kept saying 38. I don't know if it is 38 though. Mind you, also said 55. I quite like the idea of 55, but it ain't 55. It might be 38, I don't know. But there you go. Big fish, tastes 30 something. Fantastic fish. Really pleased with that. Get out there, give it a go. Don't listen to what other people say when they say it's thunderstorms coming, lightning and rain. I've proved it wrong. 5 carp, 2 catfish, lost 3 other cats. Let's get this baby back. Well, there you go, guys. You can see I was out there in the most shocking weather in the UK, and yet I still caught a catfish.
That's a good size as well, I thought, that one.
Very pleased with it.
30 odd pounds, was it?
I say it's a 30 plus. You guys tell me. I didn't weigh it.
No, it's good fish, but I think I have something to match that fish, and I also have the weather to improve it as well. We went over to Spain a few years ago to the famous River Ebro for some of the monster catfish that live in there.
Do a DVD.
We did a DVD on it called, I think, The Giant Catfish of Caspe, I believe it's called. But these fish are a whole different ball game. Bigger gear, it's a big river, they're very, very powerful, and they are truly monstrous. We have seen some monster fish. Come and look at some of this footage.
And he's got some weird stuff out there. Blue sky.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is stunning.
So yeah, this is over in Spain. I mean, you can look at the weather. I mean, you can see all the birds flying around there. Peak summertime, absolutely stunning place. Lots of different wildlife there. I mean, we saw some black kites, I believe it was as well. Very, very big river.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It is a big river, and it's a fairly deep river. And the amount of ground bait, I cannot tell you the amount of ground bait that our guy put in the water. It must have cost a fortune.
But we caught.
So here I am in sunny Spain. I don't think I've had a suntan like that for a few years now. As you can see, there's a big bend in the rod, and I'm hooked into one of the giant catfish of the area that we're fishing in Caspe. Now,
you had several before this, haven't you?
We had several before this, and we're really looking to try and catch a ton up fish, one over 100 pounds. It would have been my first freshwater fish over 100 pounds.
And that, I think, was something like a 3.5 pound Tesco rod.
That was as strong as you can get. Super strong braid there as well. Good quality gear, but wow, do these fish take some line. They also, you know it's a big one because they start swimming upriver and taking all that line off your reel. Pushing it.
Our man will tell us.
They don't look a sprat to me.
It's when you pull them out they get bigger, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
You reckon?
Well, he might know.
99.
No, that's going to be...
86.
Don't say, don't.
105, 106.
Wow, that's a bit tight. That's
Someone
a bit.
stand on a waistling when we do it.
That's,
All right, mate?
Yeah.
that's a bit tight.
Yeah.
Put it on your shoulder, buddy. And up we go.
Off the ground, guys. Yeah, off the ground.
Well done.
Did you get it?
You've done it.
A totally awesome ton.
Yes.
£114.
Oh, good man.
Well done. Well done, mate.
Me chuffed.
Hey, that's got that out of the way.
Yeah. I got a bit worried there, you know. Starting to
I'm
think
not
we
surprised.
got a 122 or 180.
Well, it's a ton up for you, mate.
Yeah.
Alan
Which is
come
what you
through
come
with
to
the
the
goods.
Ebro
for.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
you know, end of the day, you've done what you come here for.
Yeah.
And that's the
And
main thing.
Yeah.
We've just got to now try and catch you a few more. So,
Let's get caught.
right, let's have a few photographs for you.
Graeme, it's about 2 microns from the
Just spin
Oh,
it
that'd be
around
all
to you. That's it. There you go. That's the
Take it
baby.
on your knee.
Right, you got on that one?
Yep.
That is a long
Shows you the
fish.
nice length of a
Look how long that tail is. I'm
Fair.
panning along it.
nice fish for you, mate.
Just in the corner of my eye, saw the rod one go. Luckily, with my quick reactions, we nailed it and got myself my first ton up.
A totally awesome
Fish.
ton.
Totally awesome catfish.
Put up a nice fight for you, Mike, and all
Yeah,
with it.
yeah, great scrap. Taking me back and forward about 10-15 minutes.
Just adjusting the drag there. Obviously, same way as you do in England. Up onto the swinger, and then there we go, we're fishing.
That's a nice carp.
Do it real slow, Mike, because I've got you in the shot.
Just let him just pull it over the net and just sort of go underneath it and up. Yeah,
This is where he goes.
See,
He's seen the net, don't like.
All carp really, they see that net.
Yeah, don't like it. He's got that little humpy bit over the top of the head you said the bigger ones get.
Yeah. He's doing it nice and all with his.
Watch that stick right on the right, Mike. The net gets caught in the twigs.
Right, just lower the net right down. Just come up a little bit.
Bit up, bit up.
No,
He's got energy still.
See.
Aye. Hold up.
See again.
Yay! Got him.
Hey, bravo.
Är grande or no?
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Cheers, Nico.
That's a fat one. That is a fat one.
Benty Nueve.
What's that in English? What's that for the English people?
It's £29.
£29?
£29.